I'm Japan, and today I'm going to talk about a service innovation that encourages people to use park and ride facilities. According to a report by Wilhelm, traffic congestion on Australian roads results in a 28% increase in travel time, costing businesses an estimated 3.54 billion a year. Therefore, it is important for TMR to solve the increasing traffic problems and bring benefits to commuters. My problem for today is how my way reduce the anxiety of commuters by park and ride. I will show you an app to achieve this goal and explain how the service can help commuters reduce anxiety. TMR's annual report shows that the total number of trips taken by public transport has increased in recent years. Besides, our client brief also shows that there are one-third of park and ride facilities are underutilized. Therefore, a service is needed to adjust the park and ride facilities to meet the increasing number of public transport trips and to ensure maximum utilization. As for consumer trends, there are three trends to support this service, which are catch me in seconds, frictionless mobility, and we want clean air everywhere. Therefore, I will combine these three trends to develop an app. Our persona is Frankie, a full-time worker who travels every weekday from his home in the suburbs to his downtown office. His aim is to arrive on time every day and save money. He was afraid of traffic jams and no parking space, so it was important for Frankie to have a way to deal with these obstacles. So my problem today is how my way reduce Frankie's anxiety and to encourage usage of public transport by park and ride facilities. I propose two service concepts based on two articles. The first is to improve the experience of commuters. The second is to provide benefits to commuters. Regard with innovation, I developed an app called A Good Trip from Park and Ride by considering the innovation principle and the six thinking heads of the service. Let me show you how it works. When you enter your destination into the app, you will get different ways of traveling, the time and money spent on each way, and the green energy you can get. Green energy is what I want to convey. We want clean air everywhere, and it represents the green commuting degree of a journey and also link with the frequency you use park and ride facilities. When you choose a route, the app displays the number of nearby park and ride facilities and available parking spaces in real time. On your second trip, you can listen to music and watch news on the app. These two functions are used to relieve the anxiety of commuters. When you are arrived, the app will reward you for the green energy you get on the trip and invite you to rate the service. You can use green energy to donate a parking space in park and ride. The inspiration for the prototype comes from two past campaigns. The first is China developed an intelligent transportation system in 2011 to manage urban traffic and reduce congestion. The second is Connect Transit has launched a mobile app to create a complete user-friendly travel plan for passengers. So I combine these two inspiration for this app. Based on the design principles of Carvin, I list five design principles for this app, which are focused on the needs of consumers, easy and informative, positive and helpful, behave like a social responsible business, in line with consumer trends. Following these principles, this application is probably the best one to meet the TMR's requirements. This prototype also represents social responsible behavior and values. Regarded with ethical consideration, it relieves traffic pressure and helps improve the environment through encouraging commuters to use park and ride facilities. and respects consumers' choice to give multiple suggestions. While the legal consideration, it follows the natural laws, does not harm to society and consumers, and also protects privacy. Next is a service blueprint of the application. It shows the delivery process of the service from the customer's perspective. Well, we can identify weaknesses and optimize the service. In addition, as for most part information of this app can get from TMR department, so our app only need to combine with two partners. First is the development company to maintain our app. Second is the cloud computing companies, which analyze routes to give commuters the best recommendations and the number of parking spaces available. Well, feasibility of this app is to ensure the reasonable cost. I classified the following apps projects. First, the content and maintenance were completed by our project partners, and only the design and the development were outsourced. I calculated the development cost from a software development company. As you can see from this image, the app will cost about $111,000. It will take about 18 weeks from design to completion. As for the viability of this app, in order to ensure the development and expansion within the budget and scope, I divided the development into 3 stages. The first stage is to test only the target commuters, and then the improved app will enter the second stage to test all commuters based on target commuters' feedback. The final stage is to develop more functions based on commuters' suggestions. This app has 5 competitive advantages. Through these advantages, that I think this app will meet TMR's objectives. As for the desirability of this app, it has 4 characters. The first is to provide a user-friendly service to solve people's commuting complaints. The second is to support the needs of commuters. The third is enrich the commuter's journey by recreational functions, and the fourth is the encourage use of park and ride facilities through green energy. With these features, these services will not only encourage commuters to use park and ride, but also meet commuters' needs to facilitate multimodal transportation. The market research that I will use in the user testing of the prototype is the lead user method. This approach takes advantage of the valuable feedback provided by the user to solve the problem during the design process, thus avoiding costly errors. In order to ensure that the app is successful, it must have value proposition and customer profile. As for customer profiles, it offers a service that addresses commuters' concerns about traffic while enriching the journey to ease those concerns. On the other hand, the company's value proposition, it firstly provides commuters with travel advice through intelligent service, and secondly attracts commuters to use park and ride through green energy. Therefore, it does not only meet commuters' needs but also solves the problem of park and ride. The service has some risks, including internal, strategic, and external. For these risks, I made 3 suggestions to mitigate them. The first is maintain and update the app regularly. The second is focus on commuters' feedback, and the third is develop a risk management system.